Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week there is some unfortunate news, but there is definitely some major news that does need to be announced. First, I will make the announcement about the RuneFest. If you haven't heard, RuneFest this year has been postponed to sometime in 2025. There's no date specifications yet, but for those who already had the tickets and were planning on going, I'm sure you already know about this. They do plan on refunding anybody's tickets who is not going to be able to make it to the new date and time. But if you do want to keep your tickets, obviously you can do so. So it is unfortunate. The whole reason has nothing to do with Jaggeds. It's part of the partner that they were going with. Unfortunately, there's like a mass layoff with that company, so they will not be able to do it this year. So that's actually what happened, and but Jaggeds is working and trying to get things squared away, as is the actual partner as well. So do keep that in mind. But however, this week's update is on the relatively small side. But it is something that's pretty cool, especially for those who are Zamorakian fans, or who are Zamorakians, however you want to look at that. But there's a Zamorak armor bundle, which is much in line with a updated version of the Saradomin armor. So now you can get a updated version for the graphical overhaul with the cosmetic, but you can also get the replica. You get the reforged and replica at the same time. So if you do want these, awesome way to do it. 630 rune coins for regular players, but if you are a member, it is 567 rune coins for that. But yeah, you do get both the replica and the reforged, and then you get every single piece that is entailed with that. However, the dragon scimitar, of course, in the picture does not come along with it, but you can get that if you like the combination there. Also, the JMod Pride Parade event is going to be taking place on June 21st at 1500 game time on World 25. They will be starting in the Grand Exchange of Zamorak, and there is a path, as you can see here, that goes east through the Grand Exchange down through this the palace grounds of Zamorak to this town center. And then it goes east out the east gate, and then it goes south all the way through Lumbridge, following the road through Lumbridge all the way to Jernor, following the road into its little tiny small marketplace, and then heading back north a little bit, heading west, and then south through Port Sarim, and then heading west towards Remington, and then north with a little bit of a curve, but eventually ending into Valador all the way up into the garden, actually, unlike the party room for OSRS had done. Otherwise, we do have a quick start guide for RuneScape Kingdoms TTRPG, so that is going to be, you can check that out starting for free RPG June 22nd, and this was a free RPG day, so you'll be able to pick up a free copy of the quick start guide. So there is that if you're interested in looking and trying to see maybe if it's for you or if not. But that is for RuneScape Kingdoms. And then we have the patch notes, which Oseus has one fix a typo in Oseus Rex quest brief. Pride, the Flaming Sword enchantment, will no longer be displayed when the Shark plushie override is applied. That would be awesome, a Flaming Shark. Quest, players will no longer die a non-safe death if they die at the same time as the assassin in Murder on the Border. Archaeology in Daemonheim, fixed a minor environmental issue in Daemonheim. Skeka's Hypno Wand, Hunter's Will duration increased to 19.8 seconds from 10.2. The chance to trigger Hunter's Will has been increased from 5%, to 5%, which initially was 2%. And Balarak's Sash Brush, the Chronal Focus duration increased to 30 seconds from 15 seconds. Fix a typo in the Age Journal. Rename the pieces of Balarak's Sash Brush as Sakeka's Hypno Wand and Fragment Rune names on the Enkendo Hatchet. Sharingan, I don't think I read that right, now correctly displays a dialogue option for Balrak's Sash Brush damage when it is in the player's first inventory slot. Lower the requirements to screen Volcanic Ash to 73 Archaeology to match the lowest level spot that Volcanic Ash can be obtained from the excavation spot. Players can now use the Bladed Dive with the Balrak Sash Brush and Sakeka's Hypno Wand. Graphical, fix an issue that causes Death Swiftness and all of its cosmetic overrides to appear incorrectly. Corrected some edge case issues in the toggle option that wasn't correctly updating keepsake augmented equipment overrides. Change the blue crystal back on top of the walls of Perfidness to white. Aura overrides should now appear whenever the Ranger Roll Hall of Fame, Wrath, Enforcer, Running Sacred Walk, Running Scared Walk animation overrides are active. General, activating pet emotes is now less click intensive. The Party Hat overhead emote has been renamed to Green Party Hat. Customizing overhead chat emotes have multiple variants and will now state the current active variant name in the custom screen. Fix the bug where the onboarding pop-up for the accidental fletching and fire making accidentally displayed any narrow interface with than intended. Broadcasts for rare items will now show more consistently display for players using Loot Share. Fix an issue with the Show Reward button disappearing from an Exaga's selection window. Players can now consistently teleport to Philippi Cornelian with the relevant clue scroll and the Globetrotter jacket. A blocking tile in Syntheston has been fixed. Players who have Pernix Armor Pieces keepsake will now have their retro counterparts unlocked as overrides in the wardrobe. And the Treasure Hunter calendar ending on June 19th is Genie's Wishes. It has currently started. And starting on June 20th is the Raising Rituals, and that'll be ending June 24th. So you can grab candles and ink for some time with this. There is Imp Souls in a box, which will aid with one alteration ritual glyph during your next ritual in exchange for their freedom. Tokens of the Lost, the souls trapped in these tokens will protect glyphs and light sources from decaying for one ritual each. Unfinished business is sealed. These seals, last requests left behind by a necromancer, will task you with completing rituals in exchange for extra experience upon completing the request. You get bonus progress for completing the specific type of ritual requested. And lost keepsakes, items with connection to something which was lost. These can be used in a new ritual at 25/95 necromancy to earn experience and ectoplasm like a regular ritual, but also have retrieved some lost items, which can include things like necromancy supplies or a chance at the elusive soul die. So the soul die is making its way into the game now. Well, kind of still behind MTX, but still. Another way for it to be earned is always awesome. Community Showcase, upburst from RS3 and the Imposing Door of Daemonheim, explaining how to get through the imposing door. And then Rallis has an interesting and very cool looking picture here of the God Wars battle itself from the four generals. And I would love to see them expand upon that more, that dungeon. Scaper Screenshots, Kleptomama had a bit of fun with KBD in the ruins in Daemonheim. And Quebec is making a splash in the old Tutorial Island, if you're familiar with both the Tutorial Island and that quest. And then we have the Pink Skirt Player Events, which is Oseus, hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild. Date is going to be Sunday, June 23rd at 2000 game time. Location is Rex Matriarch Lair, World 88, FC is Boss Guild. And then on Sunday, June 23rd at 1500, Mercy and Helpscape are going to be hosting a Creara. Location is Armadillo Lobby. World 35 FC is Helpscape. So if you're not unfamiliar with those two fights, go check that out, and they will be assisting players and getting used to it. And then there is a Community Spotlight, which is a PvP platform, which is they host a bunch of basically mini games that all evolve around PvP. But if you're looking to get into Castle Wars or any kind of PvP type things, if you go to Castle Wars on World 25 Tuesday, June 18th at 2000 game time, there is a free-to-play full bronze battle World 34 Thursday, June 20th at 1800 game time. Purple Portal World 74 Saturday, June 22nd at 2200 game time. And Soul Wars World 45 Sunday, June 23rd at 2000 game time. You can check out their Discord, but also their FC is PvP Latform, and just go ahead and check that out if you're wanting to know if there's any rules and regulations for these. Obviously, try to keep it fun, keep it clean, but they might have some other stuff too. But that is it for this week, so thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, later guys.